Okay, looks like we're finally all set. I am going to rest very briefly in a tent real quick here. Get my MP back up to full with everybody. But then we are finally back underway. So, as I tweeted, I don't know if anybody saw this or not, this might be the last Final Fantasy V 4-job Fiesta that we do for this year's 4-job Fiesta. My only goals left for this playthrough are pretty much to take out Shinryu and or Omega. Now, Omega is standing right outside this cave, but we're not going to deal with him right now because I've spent a while last night grinding up, and unfortunately I don't use an emulator, so I don't have a way to fast forward, which means grinding takes forever. I spent like 3.5, 4 hours grinding, and at this level I really only got about 3 to 4 levels out of it. I think everybody went from approximately 38 to 41, 42, so we didn't really get a whole lot. We got a lot of money though, so we've got a lot of crazy equipment now. I've got a full set of flame rings, Hermes sandals, and coral rings. For now though, I'm going to put him back in the gauntlets. I'm going to put her back in the Hermes sandals or Elven mantle? I think Hermes sandals for now. And then she's going to get the Elven mantle, and she's going to get an Elven mantle, which should hopefully give them a little more health. So we're going to run through to the point where we need to get to deal with Shinryu, and we're going to give him a shot. Now, after all the effort that I put forth in fighting with Omega, grinding and whatnot, I'm not sure I'm actually going to be able to beat him because his stats are so high, and the only ways of really coping with him, most of the strategies I looked up, involve using either a bard or a chemist, and we didn't draw either one of those classes. And we don't even have a black mage or a summoner or a mystic knight or anybody who's got access to lightning damage, which is the only element that, first of all, can practically hurt Omega, but is also the only element that he doesn't absorb. Now, I do have Meteor, which kind of worked a little bit when I was using it against him, but, I mean, against these guys it does several thousand damage. Against him it did maybe 750 if I'm lucky. So, what I'm basically planning to do right now... Oh dear. You use Cure on everybody. My current plan at this point is essentially to use... I'm going to try and take out Shinryu first. Once we're done with that, we're going to warp back to, I believe it is Karnak, where we can buy Thunder Rods. And we're going to buy a bunch of Thunder Rods with whatever money I've got left and see whether or not they're even viable for fighting with Omega. If they are, then maybe we'll try and take on Omega with those. If they're not, I don't really think there's a whole lot else I can do. I did also want to check this way because I thought there might be an item or something over here that I'd missed previously. I guess we've already got that. I couldn't remember if I went and grabbed that or not, so I wanted to be sure I had. Okay, so we're heading... okay, Meteor... With this many, we want to use multiple Meteor spells. I've given Lena the Hermes sandal since she has the gold hairpin, so she only uses half as much MP to do all of this, and I figure it'd be better for her to go first. Whoop. Go ahead and Gaia, actually, and then you can also Gaia. We'll try and save some more of our MP if we can. There we go. Okay, I believe it was this one here. Yeah. So that gets me to here. And then I can come in here, and we'll use another tent real fast, because we're not severely injured, but I just want to keep replenishing my MP as I go through this. Because this area is pretty gnarly. It's shaking up my drink over here. Okay. We'll go ahead and avoid all the people in the prisons. Let's eliminate these guys quickly if at all possible. There we go. That'll do the trick. Oh, come on. I can handle Yojimbo, he's not that bad. There's only one of them left, you may as well use Holy because it costs less than using Meteor. And really, it does about as much damage to a single target. At least if it's Lena. Because she is a phenomenal mage. Now, how much experience do they need? He needs 8,200, she needs 6,000, she needs 4,900. So they're approaching 42 very quickly, except for Lena, who's approaching level 41 very quickly. Okay, now maybe it was here that I didn't check the other side, and I'm going to, because there's another chest over there, and I have to be thorough, because I haven't explored it before. Oh, well, that doesn't go anywhere. Alright, well, I don't care enough to try and find it at that point. Oh dear. That's not great. Still, I think we'll be alright. Meteor. Ow. That's one down. Two down. Let's just eliminate the last one and we should be good to go. And then we'll use items to go ahead and heal up HP. Okay. Then it was over here. Take a right. Or a left. And then if memory serves, it's through the other side of this bridge that we really get into the nasty area with the crystal area formations. And we start dealing with behemoths and whatnot who are capable of casting meteor at us. Which I'm not real thrilled about. Can I maybe just banish him? That would be nice. Ow! Hey now. Don't be a dick. Well, if you live through all that, we'll deal with you that way. Holy! That's kind of become my go-to strategy now for this last area of the game, was just nuke everything. Whenever the fight starts, just start hammering out meteor spells and holy spells, and that pretty well takes care of business. You do kind of have to worry about running out of MP, but really only with some of the smaller guys. Okay, let's try and take him out, see if we even can. See if we can stop him. Is that even an option? No. And see, he might kill us right here. In fact, I'm just gonna start running, because at this point, it could be a party wipe. I'm either gonna run away, or he's gonna kill us, so... those are pretty much our only options. How much damage can we even do with Holy? 5,000, but not enough to survive that. Yeah, I've never really been able to take care of these guys. The meteor is too powerful in effect. Let's keep throwing holies at him and see if we can even kill him. Nope, she's done. But that's okay, because that's why we have saves. Ah! Damn it. Ugh. One complaint that I have with the Steam version as well is that launcher doesn't use the same settings. So if you change the volume settings in your save file, it's perfect, but as soon as you die, you have to load back from that launcher, and the settings are so loud. I'm just trying to avoid these guys, because they are way stronger than any other enemy in the game. Okay. Of course he protects himself with shell. Is he auto-shelling after getting hit by spells? Maybe that's what it is. Man, suddenly it's really hard to escape. Okay, we're good. Alright, and then back to using high potions to bring everybody back up to full health. And we're back underway. No, go away. There we go. It's a lot easier when you don't get back attacked. And I think this is... Yes, that chest there, I believe, is where Shinryu is located. So, we're gonna get up here. There's a save point where we can use a cottage. It's just up north. I don't even know if this is even possible, but let's try this one real quick. See what kind of damage we can do to these things. I really just kind of ran away from everything in this area, because it was just so... Everything here was so brutally powerful. And yet, we're managing. Oops. Well, okay, lesson learned. Meteor good, holy bad. Now that I've healed it back up to full health. Is that enough to one-shot it? You betcha. Okay, so those we can kill, but we get no experience out of it, so it's still kind of a waste. I thought there was a save point near here. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, well, let's heal up. And crack this chest open, and then we'll see what happens. Boom, a shuriken, nothing there that I want. I guess it's possible that the save point I'm after is in the next area. See if we can just get away. Go ahead and attack. And we'll use Meteor, and if it looks like we're going to be fine, then maybe we'll just keep going, but... If we can get away, then that's way better. Well, okay, I think we'll be alright. We'll stick around and take him out. There we go. Yeah, see, good source of gil, 4,800 gil, but absolutely worthless for experience. Which is kind of a bummer. Alright, I definitely want to rest. I need to get my MP back before I take on Shinryu. So, what we're going to do is we'll warp here. This has got to be the area that I was thinking of before. Nope. We can't even handle this one. Anytime King Behemoth gets involved, it's not even worth the trouble. Okay, that's the save point I was thinking about. So we'll go over here. Use a cottage, since that'll bring my MP all the way back up to the tippy top. And then it's off to take on Shinryu. We need to run from every fight, because I can't afford to waste resources dealing with anything else. And we'll mess with our equipment just before we go into the battle. I need to make sure that everybody's hasted, and I probably need to have more white mages than time mages. Because my strategy here is to essentially hit him with... Well, I'll explain in just a second when I get here. Oh, come on, go away. Go away, go away, go away. I don't want to deal with you. I want to get away from this fight. Alright, I'll explain while we're running away, since we're not going to be fighting him anyway. There we go. Okay, so one of the few things that he can be affected by, Shinryu, I mean, status effects, is Berserk. Now, if you leave him to his own devices, he can do all kinds of crazy stuff to you. So I don't really want to deal with that. So the plan here is with everybody hasted, thanks to the effects of the Hermes sandals I'm about to equip on everybody, we'll be faster than he will. Then everybody should be using white magic early on. And we're going to try and hit him with as many effects, or we're going to try and coat ourselves with a blink effect, so that we are not hittable. At which point, one of the white mages will cast Berserk. So the idea is he will continue to attack us over and over and over again. We'll be hasted, so yay us. And as long as there's a blink effect active, he can never actually hit us, and we can just take our time whittling him down from there. Whether that means physical attacks, which I really hope I don't have to rely on because this guy's got a huge level, or magical attacks with elixirs to fuel it. We'll just kind of see what happens. So that's the idea. He's got 55,000 hit points, so hopefully we can get through it. Bartz, I need to see your abilities. So you've got time magic. And I don't know what level of white magic he knows. Level 4 or lower. So what level magic is that? Lena's got white magic. She can cast... I need to just equip him with it and see what that is. Abilities, Bart's white magic. Check his magic and skills. He can cast... Okay, he can cast Blink. And Berserk, I guess. That can't be right. He's only able to cast level 4 magic. He shouldn't... Well, him having the ability to cast time magic isn't helping us anyway. Well, it might, because it might give him the ability to cast Meteor. Alright, I'm going to leave him with time magic for now. If it doesn't work, then we'll try changing it for the next battle, but we're going to stick with that for now. Lena's got time magic and white magic. She's got time magic and Gaia. She needs to have time and white. And she's got Gaia and white. Which might be overdoing it, but the white magic will give us Holy, and it'll give us Blink, and it'll give us Berserk. So that's what we're going with. Okay, here goes. It's a trap. Monster attack. Shinryu. Okay, so the first thing we need to do... He's got time magic, doesn't he? So he can't cast the white magic stuff we need. So try attacking and just see if it's even worth it. Okay, so we can hit him. That's important. So she starts by blinking Lena, because Lena's my best white mage. Then you should probably blink her, and then Lena is going to Berserk him. It's kind of a risk to be Berserking him this early, but see, it's already working. Just attack again. Ow. Now see, that's why I was concerned about it, but that's okay. So you arise... Actually, why don't you blink him? Then you can arise her. And see, we've already been missed, which is good. So attack. You missed. Blink Lena. Blink yourself. Okay, so everybody's been blinked. Now we probably need to renew the Berserk, because if it functions the same way it did against Omniscient, that Berserk effect will wear off. Now we don't want to deal with that, because we need him to continually Berserk. That's what we need more than anything else. So now I'm going to have Kryl and Ferris focus on adding extra layers of Blink. And then I'm going to have Lena start focusing on... Holy. and see if this even works. I don't even know if this will work on Shinryu. It might even heal him. I've got no idea. Okay, so Holy will heal him, so that doesn't work. So now instead, you go ahead and toss a meteor, and you should go ahead and start focusing on blinks. You blink him. Why don't you go ahead and... I didn't even see if that did anything. Did that even work? It's too busy focusing on the other side of the screen. 462, 962, 0, 1148. Okay, that's not terrible, but it's not awesome either. And I'm not sure he's berserked anymore. Let's make sure that he is before we worry about this too much. And you just keep fueling those. I'm not sure that did anything. Not all of these seem to be. I mean, if the solution winds up being just attack him over and over again, we can do that. It's just going to take a really long time. Yeah, because those blink spells do not do a lot of damage. I guess it depends largely on who's casting them. See, she gets some damage out of it, but not a lot. And he just flat out missed. That's not helpful either. Alright, just keep going for it, really. That's all I can really do. Okay, that one's some decent damage, so we're fine there. Yeah, this is going to be the solution. Blinks and meteors. I need to berserk him again, though, don't I? Well, maybe. I don't know. Let's just go give it a shot. If it doesn't wear off, then there's no reason not to keep... or there's no reason to keep renewing it. So, if he suddenly stops using that, then we'll know for next time. Does anybody need it renewed? You could use a little extra, that's fine. Not sure that one did anything. It doesn't always seem to do a lot of damage. It doesn't even always seem to do any damage. But when it does, it's still helping, so we may as well stick to it. The only problem is its MP cost. It is a very, very expensive spell. Alright, why don't you see if you can do anything with it, because you haven't been hitting frequently enough with your physical attacks to really make it worthwhile. That was some decent damage, so let's stick to that. Kryl won't be able to cast it now, so she needs to actually use an ether. I don't want to use elixirs unless I absolutely have to, and right now, I don't. Is everybody fine? I think everyone's fine. Just go ahead for an attack. You'll probably... Okay, that's fine by me. You can keep going for those. I can live with that. Okay. Toss another meteor his way. This isn't actually that hard. I think we can handle this. The berserk is the key. If you can berserk him and then just keep yourself protected, you don't have to worry about a whole lot. You are going to use meteor, and you are my blinker. He's done! I should hit the button here. Cool. That's it for Shinryu. That's ridiculous. Shinryu went down like nothing to me. Contains Ragnarok, which I think is a weapon, isn't it? It's a weapon I can't use, but it's still a weapon. Sort those out. Man, that was all like 24 minutes. I was like geared up to have to do that numerous times. Yeah, Ragnarok. Sword with runes of the gods carved into its surface can be used by the Spellblade. And how much MP or money do you have? 31,796. Okay, so we're going to use the Time Mage and teleport the hell out of here. Why can no teleport? Maybe I need to walk back the way we came from. We'll do that. Whoa, okay, you're crazy looking. May as well see if we can kill him, I guess, while we try to get away. And yet you have a ridiculous amount of hit points, don't you? Yep. Dude is still up. And we've been running this whole time, too. Which is really ridiculous when you think about it. There we go, he finally drops. But he's worth 10,000 gills, so I won't argue with that too much either. Okay, high potions. I don't think we're that far away from a save point going the other direction, so that's what we're going to do. I know at some point you can teleport out, but I think you have to be out of the crystal-y area and into the sort of, like, weird, crazy warping area. Something like that, so that's where we're heading. And up here, and left, and go down. Oh, come on, no. No, 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 go away. Don't want to deal with you. I'm leaving. Leave me the hell alone. I guess use Holy, it'll go longer. It'll last longer. If we have to kill it instead of running from it, then so be it, but... Oh, okay, this we can handle. I don't need to run from them. Dual Belphegors can be handled. There we go. Yeah, everything here doesn't... This is a great place to grind for money. It's useless to grind for levels here. I think I'm okay with the equipment I've got for now. That I'm running from. There's no way it's going to be dealt with. I have not once been able to beat these things. They just dish out way too much damage all at once, and there's no hope for survival. Yeah, I mean, she just died right there. Probably at least one, if not two of them. Wow, only one of them. Well, here goes two. Three, maybe? Yep. And the party wipe is on its way. There she goes. I move these off my ears so I don't go deaf when I have to load the launcher again. There we go. Man, those king behemoths, I just don't even understand how you're supposed to deal with them. Unless you're not supposed to come to this area until you're, like, mid-50s or 60s. I just don't get it. God, he's gonna do it again, too, isn't he? I just want to get away. Oh, what am I doing? I'm a time mage. Ugh. Well, it probably doesn't matter now. But anybody with time magic ability should be able to teleport me away from this nonsense. Assuming they live through it. Does he counter with Meteor? Is that what's happening? I think that's what it is. It counters with Meteor. Hey, she got away. Okay, so that should get me back to here, and then I believe I can use a quick Phoenix down on any one of you who's capable of casting Time Magic. We'll say you, and Time Magic, teleport. That gets us out. Because we gotta go back to, like I said, Karnak, I believe. So that we can go load up on fire, or not fire, thunder rods. Let's see, Karnak should be east of here. This is it up here, isn't it? Karnak, okay. So let's go rest in the inn real quick, get our health and MP back, and so on and so forth. So at least, if nothing else, we did beat Shinryu, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about that. Now, I believe it'll be the weapons shop, I guess. In theory, yes. He sells rods, so he does have thunder rods. Now, there's a trick to these, I guess, where you can use them and break them. I'm gonna make another save. I'm actually gonna overwrite the old save, because I don't really need to keep that one anymore. Now that we've beaten Shinryu, that's what I wanted, so we're good. So we'll come in here, and we'll buy as many thunder rods as we can even get. And we'll make sure we know how to use them. And then we'll take them back to Omega and see if it's even a viable strategy for us to beat him. I think we might have to let that one go. I'm not sure I can take him out. So now I have 58 of them in my inventory and 176 gil. Now, who can even use them? That's another trick. Bartz can't. She can't. She can't. Or she can, sorry. So there's the Thunder Rod. And she can't, but I think she's mastered Time Mage. So under her abilities... Magic. No, maybe she hasn't. If I've only got one person who's mastered Time Mage, then I probably need to change jobs with Kryl. She hasn't, or he hasn't, and she hasn't. So, okay, Kryl needs to swap jobs with Ferris then. And here's why. Because she's mastered it, she can equip the Equip Rod's ability. And so that way I'll have two people who are both capable of breaking rods. Let's see, Time Magic, Magic, what do I want to use for you? I guess probably... It almost doesn't even matter. I'm gonna give you MP plus 10%, maybe? Or White Magic? Let's give her White Magic. Okay, so now you should have... We're just gonna use the Flame Rod to test it outside. Now I need to change Kryl's ability so she has Equip Rods. Now Kryl can equip, in theory, a Frost Rod. So we'll go outside and see if we can figure out how to use these stupid things, because I've never actually broken a rod before. I know you can do it, but I've never had to. First strike. Okay, you defend. You defend. Items, equipment. Thunder Rod. There's a way to do this, and I don't remember what it is. How do you break a rod? I know there's a way to do it. That did not do what I intended it to do. I hit the wrong button and she went into an auto battle mode. Alright, let's try this again. Items. Equipment. No, wait, it's not. You defend. You need to go to items and equipment. Now, somewhere in here is a way to break a rod, but I don't know what it is. Ah, there we go. So that's how you do that. Okay, so now I know how to do it. Which I guess means I probably don't want to have the... I don't need to equip them then, do I? Okay. Or did she have the Frost Rod equipped? Is that what that was? Yeah, see now she doesn't. So that means I actually have to do that. I basically need to equip the rod and then use it. Oh, that's gonna make the list really difficult. Alright, so let's Are we doing well? Health and mana-wise? Yes. How are we doing items-wise? 74 hypo. That'll be enough to get us there. Okay. So we're going to head back into the Rift and see if we can go deal with Omega. The other problem is that he actually has an auto-reflect ability on. So I don't know. I'm assuming breaking the rod at him, it'll actually reflect back at me. So in order for me to do this, I'm going to need to cast Reflect on one of my own party members. Then I need to keep them alive and break rods at them so that it will go back to him. But of course this creates another problem of... Oh crap, none of you have Gaia, do you? Well, you know, it doesn't matter. We can just take him out this way. You know, just do Zenigage. Why did I do that? I don't have enough money to do that. I just spent all of my money. Okay. You have Gaia. That's good. Everybody else can just cast meteors and they'll die. Much better. Cryo leveled up. Good for Cryo. Ah, phooey. Okay, here we go again. Same deal. We'll just nuke everything until we get where we're going. And then it'll be fine. Well, you're very, very dead. Boom. Toast. Looks like Bart's is about to get a level 2. Does anybody need healing? Probably. Yep. Pretty much everybody. Almost. Alright. Ow. Don't be a jerk. No more Death Dealer. Just gotta heal everybody back up again. Okay, let me just jump around on the chains for a bit until we get where we're going. I think through here we get to the woods, and then through the woods we get back to the cave. The cave is where we want to be. Oh, that's right. I gotta deal with this first. This way, I believe. Man, I over-prepared for that fight with Shinryu now. Like, I'm sitting here just... That worked like a charm. There was no problem taking him out, but... Omega is ridiculous. He is way harder to me than Shinryu was. Maybe it's because I had a way to just stop Shinryu's abilities dead in his tracks. You know, he couldn't do anything to me. It was super dangerous, but Omega has been so much worse when I've had to deal with him. Same deal as before. Nuke everything. We've got another save point coming up before Omega, so we can use a cottage there to make sure we're all in good health. These things might actually absorb Holy. That might have been a bad move. Yep, they do. So I guess we're right back to meteoring. Bart's leveled. That's nice. So everyone's level 41 or 42 now. Okay, I actually also need to come in here to their equipment. I'm going to do this now so I don't forget. Everybody needs to be wearing a flame ring. Because his most devastating attack is a fire element. So if I'm using flame rings on everybody... Oh, she's already got one. Good. Then, that attack won't one-shot us, and in fact, it might be good for the one person who needs to have a reflect on them, since then, with any luck, he'll just heal us instead of dishing out a bunch of damage. I think I also need to use float, so I'm gonna need a lot of white magic in this fight, just like I did in the last one. Because if I don't float, then I get Earthshakered, and that's just terrible. Ah, crap. Confusion is no fun. Please do not meteor us. Better. Come on, kill shot. There we go. Having somebody having someone who is able to cast meteor on us be confused and facing me is not fun. It's kind of like playing Russian roulette with, you know, Armageddon. And just for more jacks, Russian roulette with Armageddon is the name of my new cover band. I think I need to tweet that. That would be an awesome name for a cover band. I really like the holy animation. The holy spell is just a lot of fun. It's a shame you get it so late in the game, and that so many late-game enemies can absorb holy. It worked wonders against X-Death, though. Okay, heal everybody back up. Because I don't want to drop now. If I remember correctly, it's down this way. All the way down here. Should be this tree right there. And now we're in the cave system. Good. So we go through, I want to say, 3 rooms in the cave. That was 1. This is 2. 3. And it should be the next one is the save room, and then after that is the room with Omega. Now you, I know I can handle. Couple meteor spells soloed just on you. Excuse me. Probably don't even need that. Cave-in will probably finish you off. Yep. Now he's out of the way. We'll come right up here and use a cottage. Okay, so everyone's got flame rings equipped, so we're good there. Everybody should be pretty well geared to use white magic, except for the samurai, who I don't think can really use any major white magic. What are the early white magic spells? Where's Float? Cure, Libra, Poison, Mini, Protect, Silence, Cure, Raise, Confuse, Asuna, Shell, Blink, Curaga, Reflect, Berserk. Is Float time magic? Yes, Float is time magic. It is low-level time magic, so it's actually good for him to have time magic. So Bartz has time magic. She has time magic and white magic. She's got Gaia and Rods, which is going to be her only purpose here. And she's got time magic and white magic. So I've got multiple people capable of casting Float, Haste, and Reflect, as well as any healing magic. But I can't use healing magic on the reflected people without healing Omega, so this is going to be really, really nasty. Okay. Let's give it a shot and see how completely ridiculous this is going to be. And that's how he's going to start this, which also means I'm immediately... yeah. So that's happening. Okay, items, immediately start with this and see how... No, that doesn't work. I need to defend, because he hasn't... I haven't reflected anyone on my team yet. That's good, that'll heal her. So haste everybody. Kind of wishing I'd actually used Asuna on him first, because then he'd also be hasted. As it is now, he won't be. You have to defend again. Oh, god damn. Okay, cure everyone. You need to try and keep people alive. Jesus. Now, reflect on... I'm gonna say you. Okay, he's in trouble already. Equipment, everybody's gonna be in trouble here shortly. Where is the Thunder Rod? Here it is. Right hand, hit him with it. I just screwed that up. I even knew the answer to that, and I still screwed it up. I'm such an idiot. Okay. God damn it. Alright, well, we're probably gonna lose this one already. So, reflect her again. Oh, great. So, I'm not even sure what happened there. Somehow he bounced it back and took the hit himself. Now, she's reflected, but she can't use items. So it's gotta be you. Equipment, Thunder Rod, right hand, but not... I can't use myself. I can't use my own allies as targets. So I can't even use this method. If I cast Thunder Rods on him, they'll just bounce back at me. So I can try casting Dispel at him, but I still think he has an auto reflectability on him, so this is probably still not going to work. I believe the last time I tried this, it didn't have any effect. He's still got the auto... Yeah, see, he's still reflected. So rods aren't even a valid item, or a valid option. I can't even use rods. So we're just gonna try and get away at this point. Oh, can't escape. Well, I'm screwed then. So Meteor is literally the only method I have for damaging him, and my strongest caster did 210 damage. That halves my HP and causes the Confusion Affliction, so there's nothing I can do there. Yeah, and he, like, casts it, like, 4 times in a row, too. This guy is way worse than Shinryu. Okay, so Atomic Ray reflects, but that just heals him for 3,000 damage, so that's... Even with that, it's not really an effective option. Nope, I'm gonna go deaf if I do that. Okay, so, I kind of thought that this would go on longer than, 48 minutes, but I can pretty definitively call this at this point. We beat Shinryu, but that has to be enough, because I just don't have any strategy for dealing with Omega. There's no way to do it. To lay this all out, he's immune to all but a very select few status ailments. One of those is Stop, but his magic defense is so high that I can't hit him with it. And even if I am going to hit him with it, I have to cast Reflect on myself and bounce it at him. And I did try that while I was grinding, and out of about 9 attempts, not a single one was successful. So I don't think I can hit him with Stop. In addition to that, as we just found out, as long as I'm reflected, he can reflect his own atomic rays back at himself from us, and he'll heal like 3,000 damage, because he heals from all elements except thunder. And I don't have any classes capable of using thunder spells, and the only way for me to do that at this point is with Thunder Rods, and I can't target my own characters with Thunder Rods, so I can't even bounce them back off of my own White Mage or whoever and back at Omega. I can only attack him with it. I can't dispel the Reflect, so there's no way around that. So there's just no way with the party combination that I have that I can beat Omega. Maybe if I were to just grind until like level 99, then I could potentially beat him just by sheer stats. I could overpower him, but I don't have that kind of time. I work a full-time job and I'm trying to manage a whole bunch of other stuff, so I don't have time to grind out 99 levels. Well, I guess I don't have time to grind out another 57 levels, approximately. since it took me about 3 hours just to grind out about 3 to 4 levels last time I played this, so it just won't work. So thank you all so much for joining me. For what is the last time for this year, I want to remind everybody that this was a lot of fun, and it was all for the Child's Play charity. So I strongly encourage you to check out the link in my description, which leads to a page where you can donate to Child's Play charity. For those who don't know, Child's Play provides video games and video game consoles to children in hospitals and abuse shelters internationally. And they invest a lot of time and effort into it. They even go so far as to have created a list of games that they have given to counselors in hospitals and abuse shelters that are tailored towards specific problems that these children may be having, whether it's with abuse or cancer or, you know, some other disease or disability or whatever it is. They've got a list of games that can help those kids get through that they also give along with all these other things to keep them entertained and keep them happy in what can be a very stressful and otherwise upsetting environment. So I think it's a great charity, and I would strongly encourage you to support that. So that's what this whole thing has been about. These last, what are we on, 8, 9? I think 9 live streams that we've done over the last 2 to 3 weeks is all for that. So please check it out. It's a worthwhile cause. Now, if you want to do this for yourself, you can also register for your own Final Fantasy V 4-Job Fiesta run at 4jobfiesta.com. No www, just 4jobfiesta.com. You'll need a Twitter account, but you can go ahead and set up your own run with your own kind of rules and see if you can do it too. I'm happy with this ending. This has been good. We managed to beat X-Death, and we got one of the 2 super bosses. I'm ready to call it for this year, and I will be back next year to do this again, because this has been a great time. So thanks everybody for watching, whether you've tuned in over any one of these, or whether you're watching all the recordings later. I strongly appreciate it, and thank you for your time and your consideration. That's it, guys. We did it. So, at least in the case of Final Fantasy V 4-Job Fiesta, I'll see everybody next year. Catch you later.